Next item for your consideration is a special use permit request from Jack and Kelly Barber. And since this is a public hearing, anyone who wishes to speak on this needs to be sworn in.
Is there anyone that wishes to speak for or against this item that is to come before the council at this time? Okay, I would open the public hearing at this time.
John and Kelly Barber own property located at 1036 Roanoke Avenue, which is located in the B1 Commercial District. The city's land use code allows residential use above commercial space within the B1 district, provided that a special use permit is received from City Council. Submitted in your packets are an application and a site plan sketch of the proposed apartment to be located on the second floor of 1036 Roanoke Avenue. Planning staff and other city staff have reviewed the application, and the findings of fact have been made, and as well there's a worksheet included in your packet that will assist City Council in making your findings concerning the request. Planning staff has determined that the request is within the jurisdiction and that the application is complete, and that if it's completed as proposed in the application, the development will comply with all requirements of the land use ordinance. Additionally, ingress and egress on the lot is provided. The site has direct access to Roanoke Avenue as well as to the alley that runs between Roanoke Avenue and Hamilton Street. And all ingress and egress will be required to meet North Carolina building codes, and which includes the fire code as well. Currently there are a couple parking spaces. We believe there's up to 2 spaces that are allowed for that structure or for the building on that floor. The refuse disposal is not anticipated to affect adjacent properties. It's believed that the amount of trash that would be generated will be minimal. Staff believes that all utilities are available for the site or for the building, that the existing building currently has the screening and characteristics of the existing building, so there's not going to be any appearance change from the outside. And it's believed that that any required open space or yards do not apply, so and all the requests would be within the land use ordinance. If completed as proposed, the development is located within an existing facility. It's not believed to materially endanger the public health or safety. Staff believes that it will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting properties. It's believed that the use as a residence will also be in harmony with the area in which it's to be located. The request is in conformance with the comprehensive development plan, thoroughfare plan, and addresses the items and the policies of the comprehensive development plan for the downtown central business district, as well as residential land use. After a complete review, staff has determined that the request will be in compliance with the land use ordinance, and with that, council is asked to consider approval of the request as submitted, denial of the request, or approval of the request with certain stated conditions. If City Council denies the request, the applicant will have to wait 1 year to reapply for it. And this concludes my staff presentation, and if there are no questions for me, then please move on to receive public comments.
Okay. At this time, if there's anyone that has public comment during the hearing portion, of this business, you come forward and speak. If there's no one who wishes to speak, I would declare the public hearing to be closed.
One question. This is 1036. What existing business is on the first floor?
Right now, the commercial space is vacant.
Okay.
I believe it used to be what I've heard as a travel agent or,
Okay. I'm
that
trying to get
space.
in my mind where it was at. Okay.
and I will add that all property owners within 100 feet were notified by mail of the public hearing, and I had received no response from anyone concerning this request.
Okay.
You'll find enclosed in your packet a worksheet that will assist you in making the findings of fact and the appropriate motions that are requested to move forward with the application.
If you can find that in your agenda packet, we would move through the worksheet at this time. And be appropriate to call for a motion for section 1 at this time. Okay.
You ready for a motion? Mayor, I would like to make a motion that section 1, items 1 through 3 are true based on the foregoing staff report dated July the 2nd and section 151-54 of the land use ordinance. The requested permit is within its jurisdiction. According to the table of permitted uses, the application is complete, and if completed as proposed in the application, the development will comply with the requirements of the land use ordinance. So I find those items to be true.
Second. You have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion for section 1 will be carried. Section 2, call for a motion at this time.
Mayor, make the motion that section 2, items 1 through section 7 of section 2 are true based on the foregoing staff report dated July 2, 2012. Do I need to read that whole, or just that my motion is to find all 7 of those true?
Yes, the whole motion needs to be read, please.
Okay. 1, ingress and egress to the property is safe and convenient in terms of the access of traffic flow, off-street parking, loading effects. Adjacent properties similar to use permit in that zoning district. Refuse disposal affect adjacent properties similar to the use permitted in the zoning district. 4, utilities are available. 5, the type of dimensions and characters of the screening and buffering, satisfactory screening adjacent property. 6, signs and lighting affect adjacent property similar to the use permitted in that zoning district. 7, required yard, open space, and existing trees and other attractive and natural features of the lands are preserved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, no. Section 2 will be approved. Move down to section 3. You have 4 individual motions would need to be requested to go through this information. So call for a motion for first section at this time.
Mayor, I move that section 4A is true, will not materially endanger the public health or safety. And again, that's based on those the staff report and what was read previously, items 1 through 7, and the land use ordinance.
Okay, we have a second to Councilman Kirby's motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion will be carried. Move on to 4B. Call for a motion.
Mayor, I find that 4B to be true also, will not substantially injure the value of adjoining or abutting property based on that same report.
Second to the motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. 4B would be approved. Move on to 4C.
find 4C to be true, will be in harmony with the area in which it is to be located. And again, based on those same statements.
Second to the motion?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? There be none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. 4C will be approved. We move on to 4D. Call for a motion at this time.
Find 4D to be true, will be in general conformity with the comprehensive development plan, thoroughfare plan, and other plan officially adopted by City Council. Again, based on those same items and statements.
Second to the motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
I would like to make a formal motion that we approve the request based on items 1 through 4 being true, and again, based on the staff recommendation and the thoroughfare plan 151 through 54.
okay. Is that 4B?
And that is
Section 4.
section 4.
Okay. Councilman Furby,
Actually, that was a motion to approve it. I thought we did 1 through 4 individually.
I didn't think we had done 4. I thought we had done 3 of them.
Okay.
So I think your motion was on 4D,
Okay.
and we were getting ready to vote on it. So Councilman Furby, according to what I heard, had read the motion on 4D. So again, I would call for a second. I think it was Councilman Barber.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? There be none. All in favor signify by saying aye. And all opposed, no. And we will move on to section 4.
Okay. I would like to make a motion that we approve the request, again, based on items, sections 1 through 4, that all are true, and based on the staff's recommendation, and 151, 54 of our comprehensive development plan.
Okay, second to the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? There be none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The motion will be carried. The special use permit will be approved. Does that conclude that business?